feet that are like lead, where you shuffle because you can't really pick them up to move, and a lump in your stomach that's heavy and becomes bigger the further you shuffle along. And you might even notice a little moisture on your hands. Dread. Encompassing dread. 3 years ago, that was how many of my mornings began as I walked in my office to begin work. And it wasn't because I didn't have a good job. I had a great job by most standards. But it wasn't giving me purpose any longer. I felt like that hamster on the wheel, that the faster I moved and the more I tried to find a way out, I just kept on that same path with no out. Finally, the time came when the pain to stay in the bud overwhelmed the risk it took to blossom. Anais Nin. I had a great friend that stepped in and said, "You need a career coach." My response pretty much was that dramatic eye roll where you're pretty sure you can get a glimpse of your gray matter because it's so exasperated. But she didn't give up. She kept talking to me about a career coach. I gave in, and the response is the cliche. It changed my life in the best of ways. In retrospect, I really struggle with why was my response so hesitant to engage a career coach. I've had untold numbers of coaches for exercise. I've had a weightlifting coach. I've even entertained a coach on nutrition on occasion. So why the hesitancy with something that's personally me and my purpose in life? Maybe I thought I was supposed to have those answers. The ironic part of this story is that a really great coach does just that. They help you find your answers. I was lucky enough to find a coach that asked fantastic, powerful questions that helped me explore my values. He found innovative ways to help me explore options, and he helped me grow. So if you're considering that with 2020, life in general, that there's some things you're struggling with, or that there's things that when you think about them and you consider them, it's the same story in your head circling round and round and round, you might want to consider a coach. One of the academic papers on coaching indicates that a coaching conversation is where you get to have a conversation that focuses your attention on your goals. What a fantastic idea. Have time to spend just considering you with some help. Some really great questions about what's important to you. In my experience, often we can't find our own options in moving forward because we can only see what is right here in front of us. And we have to have someone that can help us broaden our perspective. If you do entertain the idea of a coach, I do have 4 tips that I think are incredibly important. Number 1, make sure coaching is what you want. It's not therapy, and it's not a mentorship. Coaching is about a foundation of trust and authenticity. Number 2, make sure you ask about their methodology and their coaching style. I mean, let's be frank, finding a good coach that works with you well is kind of like finding that favorite pair of jeans. It may take a while, but when you find it, you're going to be together for life. And 3, I would strongly encourage that your coach be certified. The International Coaching Federation is the world's largest and most recognized organization for certifying coaches. They have a great set of ethics as well as core competencies that have to be demonstrated, hours of practice in order for coaches to become certified. And number 4, finally, ask for a test drive. Do a trial run. Make sure the fit is those favorite pair of jeans. Now, you might be wondering about that dread that I started with. I'm very happy to tell you that in May, yes, during a pandemic, I started a business. It's called Triunfo and stands for triumph in Italian. Why? Because my purpose in life is to help other people triumph. I work with training individuals from knowledge to on-job application to coaching and sustainment so that actual real behavior change can happen. I help individuals and organizations thrive. I ignite growth and I unlock potential. And I expect that in April of 2021, I will be a certified coach. Coaching may not be for everyone, but if you're struggling and feel like you need someone to push you a little bit outside of your comfort zone to explore, to grow, then consider a coach. Because life is really too short to not embrace thriving. And that's what I hope for you. Mr. Toastmaster.